Australia have rounded out this run of friendly matches with a 3-2 win over Panama. Great to end on a positive note, and especially responding in this way after the disappointing loss in Game 1 against Panama. Still plenty of things to work on, but overall it was good to finish on that positive note. We'd love to hear from you guys. What did you make of this final performance from the Matildas? It was a tough test once again against Panama. Obviously, heading into this game, we wanted to see a response, not just a positive result, but a positive performance, especially considering that we had some promising signs in those couple of games against Slovenia. Look, it felt like we maybe took a step backwards a little bit, but to finish off with a win here was good in the end. 3 goals for the Tillies, Michelle Heyman grabbing 2 goals and Charlie Grant with 1 at the end there as well. Looking at the lineup, first of all, from Australia, this was certainly, well, to my eyes at least, a stronger 11 compared to what we fielded in Game 1 against Panama just a few days prior. Chloe Lincoln coming in goals. Tegan Micah was ruled out for this game after that heavy fall in Game 1 against Panama, and Chloe Lincoln stepped up with a couple really great saves in this game. Grant, Nash, Hunt and Nevin in that back line there. Great to see Jessica Nash, young defender from the Mariners, getting a start for the Matildas. Amy Sayer, Emily Van Egmond and Remy Simpson were that midfield 3. Hayley Rasso, McNamara on the wings, and it was Michelle Heyman through the middle. So a bit more experience, I think, coming into the lineup. One thing that we have seen across all 4 of these games is plenty of rotation. That's something that Joe Montemurro clearly had a plan to do, regardless of, what was going to happen in these games, the results, the performances. I think regardless of all that, he was always going to rotate these teams around. But he finished here with a relatively strong team. That's where it did go wrong against Panama, where maybe there weren't enough experienced players in that lineup. Whereas you look at this team and you've got the likes of Van Egmond in there, Rasso, Heyman, some real top quality players, but you're still bringing in some of these younger players. Jessica Nash being given the opportunity, Chloe Lincoln in goals as well. So you got to find that balance, and I think we did find that in this game. Overall, for the general play, it was quite an even contest. Panama really took the game to Australia once again. They were very physical in the challenges. They were very strong. They were winning a lot of the duels, and they had that 1-goal lead heading into half time. The Matildas working their way back through Michelle Heyman, those 2 goals in relatively quick succession, and 2 fantastic goals as well. Hayley Rasso with the assists, some great crosses into the box, and Michelle Heyman, I mean, that's what she brings, to time her runs, when to make those right movements, and she was there to finish off both those opportunities. The second goal especially, I thought really nice, just that flicked header, that finish was fantastic. And then Charlie Grant just arriving at the far post there right at the death to make it 3-2. Obviously, Panama had scored their second goal just prior to that as well, so it was a real roller coaster of a game, that's for sure, especially considering that it was just 1-0 at half time to Panama, but the response in the second half was good from Australia, and I think that's what we wanted to see, how we're going to respond when we are trailing, and I think that response overall was good, especially in the second half. Looking at the stats overall from Google, 10 shots for Australia, just a 5 on target, 16 shots for Panama, just a 4 on target, 2 cracking goals as well for Panama, we should say. I mean, credit to Panama, who've been very good over these couple of games and given Australia a fabulous test, and I'm sure Joe Montemurro has learnt a lot from not just these 2 games against Panama, but obviously the games against Slovenia. Interestingly enough, possession stats were a little bit more even. Australia have been playing a possession-based game for these few games under Joe Montemurro, just down to 54%, which I think is the lowest out of all 4 of the games so far. I think Australia at times was happy to utilise the counter-attack and maybe let Panama have the ball at times and hit them on the counter-attack, and it did work. I mean, a few of our goals here for Australia did come from fast breaks, breaking down those wide spaces. Hayley Rasso looking dangerous, McNamara as well. It's going to be interesting to see whether we do continue with this possession-based style of play. I expect we will, but I think that's the philosophy from Joe Montemurro going forward. He wants his team to have the ball, and I think that's what we can expect to see from this side going forward. So despite it being a positive result in the end, it was a win for the Matildas, and we will take the positives out of this game, because there were still certainly plenty of things to work on in the first half. It still wasn't quite clicking in the final third, and there's defensive mistakes as well. Joe Montemurro in his post-match press conference spoke about how maybe the team just made some mistakes going too fast at times, or slowing down when maybe they should have played quicker, and things like that I think we will start to fix up over time. The thing is, I mean, we don't have that much time until the Asian Cup, only a few more windows left. Joe Montemurro is going to have limited time with this squad to continue to work on these things and help this team improve, but I think the ingredients are there for a successful team that's going to work going forward. Again, just to highlight some players who I think have been impressive, not just in this game, but across these 4 weeks. Obviously, Hayley Rasso was a standout in this game, as was Michelle Heyman. 2 goals for Heyman, 2 assists for Hayley Rasso. That just shows, what they bring in attack, that quality. I think Amy Say has been very good. And Charlie Grant, I mean, great to see her given more of an opportunity. Great to see her chip in with a goal as well. A rare goal for Charlie Grant. Holly McNamara, I think, deserves a shout out as well. She was playing, whether it was through the middle or out wide, she always provides a threat as well. So there's a lot of versatility again, which is what we're seeing from a lot of these players who have maybe played in a couple different positions now over the last few weeks for the Matildas. Let me know your thoughts on this game in the comments section. How are you feeling about the Matildas moving forward? What did you learn from this game against Panama? And make sure to hit the like button on the way out. Stay subscribed for more Matildas content here on the channel. My name's Lockie, and I'll see you in the next one.